Hey lovely people, welcome back. Today we're going to be exploring what a DAO is. I will tell you guys about everything you need to know about it and what DAO is bringing to the crypto world. So lock in, I will respond to all your queries. Before we head on to the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon right next to the subscribe button so you will be notified of all my future uploads. Also follow our socials so you will be updated with the upcoming videos. So let's get started. One of the significant elements of digital currencies is that they are decentralized. This implies they are not constrained by a single organization like a government or national bank. However, rather are split between a variety of PCs, networks, and nodes. Much of the time, virtual currencies utilize this decentralized status to achieve levels of protection and security that are ordinarily inaccessible to standard currencies and their exchanges. Motivated by the decentralization of cryptocurrencies, a group of developers thought of the idea for a decentralized independent association, or DAO, in 2016. As most of you would be unknown to DAO, so first of all, let me tell you guys, what is DAO? A DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, is a community-led entity with no central authority. It is completely independent and transparent. Smart contracts lay the primary principles, execute the settled upon decisions, and anytime proposals, voting, and, surprisingly, the very code itself can be freely reviewed. Eventually, a DAO is administered completely by its members, who all in all settle on basic choices about the future of the project. It can be anything from gathering rare NFTs to foreseeing stock market moves. What's more, it for the most part exists to fundraise for a particular reason. To be completely decentralized, the DAO was unaffiliated with a specific country, state. However, it utilizes the ETHEREUM network. What's special? The DAO distinguishes itself from conventional business arrangements in two major ways. The first one is that DAOs are exclusively online, with individuals only once in a long while interacting with each other in real life. And second is that they work with rules and targets informed by blockchain technology, a permanent record of digital data that isn't run or overseen by any central authority and goes about as a record of digital transactions online. Individuals from DAO have a common mission, yet don't have a leader who coordinates the group. All things being equal, decisions are made collectively, educated by the community rather than a solitary figurehead, thus the decentralized part. DAOs can be involved in any sort of mission or attempt. Flaming DAO and Pleasure DAO are groups of crypto investors who have collaborated to buy and gather uncommon and costly NFTs. Komarebi Collective is a DAO that funds ladies and LGBT crypto clients. And Friends with Benefits is a web-based social club DAO with almost 2,000 individuals that is transforming into a blooming media empire through its music disclosure platform, startup incubator, and online crypto news distribution. For example, the well-known cryptocurrency Bitcoin can be viewed as a DAO, where individuals go into arrangements to trade the cryptocurrency as per a bunch of terms, and everything is followed on the Bitcoin blockchain. DAO and ETHEREUM. The majority of DAOs that exist today run on the second greatest blockchain, the ETHEREUM organization. ETHEREUM describes a DAO as an internet-native business that is collectively claimed and oversaw by its members. They have built-in treasuries that nobody has the power to access without the approval of the group. Decisions are governed by recommendations and casting a ballot. For example, in November, a gathering of crypto fans set up a DAO called Constitution DAO to fundraise to buy one of 13 first printings of the U.S. Constitution. The group failed to win one of the constitutions, which were auctioned by Sotheby's, however prevailed in rapidly raising $47 million for the purpose. Now let's talk about the working of DAO. That's how it works. The guidelines of the DAO are laid out by a center group of community individuals using smart contracts. These smart contracts spread out the central framework by which the DAO is to work. They are exceptionally noticeable, verifiable, and openly audible, so any potential member can completely see how the convention is to work at each step. When these guidelines are officially composed onto the blockchain, the next stage is around funding. The DAO needs to sort out some way to get funding and how to offer administration. This is regularly accomplished through token issuance, by which the convention offers tokens to raise funds and fill the DAO treasury. As a trade-off for their fiat, token holders are given specific voting rights, generally relative to their holdings. Whenever funding is finished, the DAO is prepared for deployment. Now, when the code is driven into creation, it can at this point not be changed by some other means other than a consensus that came through member voting. That is, no extraordinary authority can adjust the standards of the DAO. It is altogether up to the community of token holders to choose. Criticisms of the DAO. By May 2016, a paper was distributed which tended to a few potential security weaknesses, cautioning investors from deciding on future investment projects until those issues had been settled. Afterward, in June 2016, hackers assaulted the DAO in light of these weaknesses. The hackers accessed 3.6 million ETH, worth about $50 million at the time. This provoked a monstrous and quarrelsome contentious argument among DAO investors, for certain people recommending different approaches to tending to the hack and others requiring the DAO to be for all time disbanded. This occurrence likewise figured prominently in the hard forking of ETHEREUM that occurred presently. DAO and DeFi. DAOs exist to completely take advantage of decentralized finance, also called DeFi. DeFi empowers crypto holders to participate in basically any sort of digital exchange, from exchanging digital money to holding a crypto wallet to making predictions regarding recent developments. A distinctive individual can utilize DeFi. In any case, DAOs can put together individual crypto traders into a lot greater user base. The connection between DAOs and DeFi is advantageous. Without DAOs, DeFi would lose an enormous number of clients. What's more, without DeFi, DAOs would have a lot harder time organizing their individuals' accounts and channeling them toward the gathering's main goal. DAOs are ready to turn out to be much more engaged with the mainstreaming of DeFi throughout the following year. Celebrity crypto owners, like Mark Cuban, have seen guarantees in DAOs. Nonetheless, Cuban did stress in a tweet last that DAOs must be administered well to give any long-term advantage to their users. The future of corporations can be very different, as DAOs take on a legacy business, he composed. Entrepreneurs that empower DAOs can bring in cash. If the community excels at governance, everyone shares in the upside. So now the question arises that, why make an organization like the DAO? The developers of the DAO accepted they could dispose of human error or control of investors' funds by putting the decision-making power under the control of a robotized system and a publicly supported process. Filled by Ether, the DAO was intended to permit investors to send cash from any place on the planet namelessly. The DAO would then give those owners tokens, permitting them voting rights on possible projects. Now coming to the future predictions that, what does the future hold for the DAO? The DAO is initially imagined had not returned as of mid-2020. Regardless, interest in decentralized independent associations as more extensive group keeps on developing. In 2021, the Maker Foundation, a symbol in the crypto industry as the original champion of DAO, declared that it was formally turning operations to Maker DAO and would break down before the year's over. While there are many lingering worries and potential issues concerning the legality, security, and construction, a few experts and investors accept this kind of association will ultimately come to noticeable quality, maybe in any event, supplanting customarily organized organizations. However, not every person will bounce on the DAO train presently. As an individual who has gone further into the blockchain world than an intermittent Bitcoin exchange can perceive you, it is a wild and unregulated spot. Conclusion: it's still early days for DAOs. DeFi can make individuals exceptionally eager to join DAOs, yet the field is as yet inconsistent and inclined to scams. Online robbery by hackers on blockchain added up to $12 billion in 2021, as per a report by blockchain examination company Elliptic. The DeFi world is still new. An adequate number of that programmers can undoubtedly change code and take enormous measures of cash from unwitting clients. So I must say that these associations and the innovation that supports them are promising enough that they ought to be observed intently as they mature, refine themselves, and observe new use cases. This was my overview on DAO. What do you guys think? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!